Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Let's go start now. Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, and Dean Ambrose, aka Jon Moxley, joined forces in 2012 to form one of the most dominant groups in WWE history. The Visionary recently spoke about the three stars potentially reuniting after so many years. After being at the top of the industry for 2 years, Rollins betrayed his Shield brothers to align with the Authority in 2014. Although they went their separate ways after the shocking heel turn, the three stars did cross paths with each other down the line. While the former Dean Ambrose left the company and joined AEW, his former stablemates continue to be among the most popular stars in WWE. During his conversation with Brandon Tierney and Sal Licata on WFAN, Seth Rollins was asked if the Shield would reunite at WrestleMania. In response, the architect pointed out that Jon Moxley was signed to AEW. Rollins added that he and the OTC would forever be in the Stanford-based company. The 38-year-old noted that he would keep crossing paths with Roman Reigns until their retirement. He stated that anything could happen in a month till WrestleMania. Roman Reigns returned to WWE Raw to brutalize Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins forced Roman Reigns out of action following a brutal attack after the two were eliminated simultaneously from the men's Royal Rumble match. The head of the table returned to WWE last night seeking revenge. The former undisputed WWE Universal Champion showed up during the steel cage match featuring Seth Rollins and CM Punk. Reigns grabbed his former stablemate to pull him out of the structure, inadvertently helping him win the contest. Roman Reigns brutally assaulted Rollins outside the squared circle before Adam Pearce and other officials intervened. The OTC turned his attention to Paul Heyman checking on CM Punk inside the ring. Reigns entered the cage to take out the best in the world as well. Roman Reigns' return has further spiced up the road to WrestleMania. It remains to be seen if he will wrestle Seth Rollins and CM Punk in a three-way contest at the Show of Shows. Seth Rollins recently opened up about the possibility of a Shield reunion, sparking excitement among WWE fans who have longed for the iconic trio of Rollins, Roman Reigns, and Dean Ambrose, now Jon Moxley in AEW, to reunite on WWE programming. In a candid interview, Rollins shared his thoughts on what a potential Shield reunion would mean to him, the WWE Universe, and the current landscape of the company. Although he didn't rule it out entirely, Rollins made it clear that the reunion is something that would need to happen under the right circumstances and when the timing is perfect. ##### reflecting on the past. The Shield's original run in WWE from 2012 to 2014 remains one of the most memorable factions in wrestling history. Rollins, Reigns, and Ambrose debuted as a dominant force, wreaking havoc on the WWE roster, and eventually they went on to become main event stars in their own right. Rollins himself, who was the architect of the group, spoke about how impactful their time together was, not only for their careers, but also for the entire WWE product. "It's hard to believe it's been over a decade since the Shield first walked through those doors," Rollins said. "What we accomplished as a group, not just inside the ring, but also in terms of how we shaped the landscape of WWE, was special. It's something none of us take lightly. So when people talk about a reunion, it's not something we dismiss. We know what it means to the fans." Rollins emphasized that he still shares a deep bond with Roman Reigns and Jon Moxley, despite their different career paths. Reigns, as the head of the table and the reigning Universal Champion, has established himself as the face of WWE. Moxley, on the other hand, has forged his own path in AEW, capturing multiple championships and becoming one of the top stars in the company. "We've all been on different journeys, but there's always that mutual respect between us," Rollins continued. "When we were together in the Shield, we were a force to be reckoned with, and I think we've all had moments since then that show we still have that magic together. Whether that leads to a reunion, I don't know, but I do know it would have to be a huge moment, something that feels right." #### The current state of WWE and Reigns' dominance. Rollins acknowledged that the WWE landscape has changed dramatically since the Shield's heyday. Reigns has emerged as the face of the company, carrying the Universal Championship for an extended period. His dominance, along with his faction, the Bloodline, has reshaped the hierarchy of WWE. For a potential reunion of the Shield to work, Rollins believes that it would need to involve a compelling storyline that ties into the current narratives surrounding Reigns and his stranglehold on WWE. Roman is on top right now, and he's doing incredible things, Rollins said. The Bloodline is the most important story in wrestling today, and Roman is the centerpiece of that. I'm not sure how a reunion would fit into that, but I know there's a way to tell that story. It would take something big for us to come together again. The Shield wasn't just three guys, it was an idea. And I think the right idea, the right story, could bring that back to life. The idea of Rollins, Reigns, and Moxley coming back together to challenge the Bloodline could be a fascinating concept. Rollins is currently the WWE World Heavyweight Champion and is in the midst of a storyline that sees him as one of the top babyfaces in the company. Meanwhile, Reigns continues to be a heel, leading the Bloodline faction with an iron fist. A clash of ideologies between these two forces could make for an epic showdown that fans have been yearning for. ##### Moxley's involvement. One of the biggest questions surrounding the potential reunion of the Shield is whether Jon Moxley, now in AEW, would be willing to return to WWE for such an angle. Moxley has been outspoken about his departure from WWE in 2019 and his subsequent success in AEW. However, Rollins was optimistic about the possibility of Moxley returning for a one-off or even a more extended storyline. "I can't speak for Jon, but I know how he feels about us," Rollins said. "We've been through a lot together, and there's a respect between us. The door will always be open for him. Whether he chooses to walk through it, that's up to him. But if the stars align and everything makes sense, who knows? The Shield coming together again would be something that fans would never forget." Rollins also pointed out that Moxley has always had his own path to follow, and he respects that. Jon's been doing his thing, and we've all had our moments. It's not about forcing anything. It's about the right moment. #### The fans' desire for a reunion. The possibility of a Shield reunion is something that fans continue to clamor for, and Rollins is fully aware of the fervor surrounding the idea. He acknowledged the emotional connection that fans have with the Shield and how their bond with the faction still runs deep. "I get it. The Shield meant something to a lot of people, and to see us together again would be incredible for them. We changed the course of wrestling together, and I think that's why it resonates with so many fans." Rollins reflected on the fact that the Shield's impact went far beyond just in-ring action. The trio represented unity, brotherhood, and the power of coming together to accomplish something greater than the sum of its parts. There's a connection we all have, not just with each other, but with the fans. And that's something that will never go away, no matter where we are in our careers. #### The future of the Shield. While Rollins didn't give a definitive answer on when or if a Shield reunion would happen, he made it clear that it's not something they are actively working toward at the moment. There's a time and place for everything, and if it happens, it'll be something that feels right. The Shield isn't just about nostalgia, it's about timing and the right story. If it's in the cards, we'll make it happen. Rollins ended by stressing that, while fans might want to see the Shield back in action, the group's legacy is something they'll always carry with them. "We're proud of what we did as a group, and no matter where we go in our careers, the Shield will always be a part of our story. If we come back together, it'll be for something special, and it'll be worth the wait." In conclusion, while a Shield reunion remains a tantalizing prospect, Rollins is adamant that it must be done for the right reasons. Fans can only hope that the stars align one day to bring the Shield back together for one more chapter in their unforgettable journey. Until then, the memory of their dominance and their impact on WWE will continue to resonate in the hearts of fans.